Hey, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Thanks for joining me. It's kind of a chilly morning here today. Invigorating, I guess, as they say. You ever heard the saying that if you want to make God laugh, just make plans? Well, that's kind of what this is about this morning. You see, the only thing I ever wanted to be growing up was a soldier. I had my whole career planned out. I was going to boot camp and then airborne school, ranger school, and then ultimately special forces is where I wanted to end up. I grew up watching those, World War II movies and really idolizing the American soldier. And I wanted to test myself. Well, 2 years into my military career, all I wanted was out. So I did. I got out of the Army and not really knowing what I wanted to do. I ended up going to a local community college, and I never thought I was college material. But there I met some police officers that kind of put me on this other path. And growing up, I never wanted to be a police officer. Didn't even like police officers. Even in the Army, I never liked MPs. But I ended up meeting some people some officers while I was in community college. It kind of put me on this path towards criminal justice. I thought, okay, uniforms, guns, sure, that's a match. So I went into policing. I ended up in small town police for a while, and then decided, well, you know what? I want to be one of those hard-charging SWAT guys, right? So I was an infantry soldier in the Army. So naturally, I thought I wanted to be SWAT. So I went to the city for the opportunities. And in the city, I was assigned to the smallest platoon in the smallest section of the city, ironically enough. And it was there that I met my lieutenant. Sorry about the truck going by. I met a lieutenant who was actually finishing his doctorate degree, and I happened to just mention, one of these days I'd like to go back and get my degree, my bachelor's degree. Well, that put me on a whole nother course. So not only did I not make a career out of the military, and I ended up going into policing in a profession that I could never stand growing up. I don't become SWAT. Instead, I go to the crime scene unit, where the mentality is completely different. Instead of the running and gunning, everything's slowed down, it's meticulous, it's very detail-oriented. Instead of a career working with my hands in the field, right, very physical labor, I end up, after policing, going into teaching. Now, I never thought, like I mentioned, I never thought college was my thing. Well, here I am 4 degrees later as Dr. Rich Martin. So the point of all this is that we don't always end up where we think we want to end up, or where we thought we should be. But if you follow the path that's put before you and you walk through those doors that are open for you, you'll end up where you're supposed to be. And that's the key. I didn't know myself as well as I thought I did. The environment of the military, being so controlled, that wasn't me. I needed more of that freedom. So when I left the military and I went into policing was a very good profession for me. But as I matured and I changed, I realized that there was another path that I should be going down, because those doors were set before me and opened up. So you want to make God laugh? Make some plans, because he's probably got his own plans for you. In fact, I know he's got his own plans for you. Some people will call it fate, divine intervention. But look for those doors, and when you find or see those doors, walk through them. It might not be where you thought you should be going, but it'll be where you need to be. So thanks for joining me this morning. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you at some more Mindful Minutes with Dr. Rich Martin. Take care.